God damn it, Merle. Hello, Merle. That video was pretty darn funny. This is weird though. There was an update to my streaming software and the minimum width went up. So it's harder to fit everything on my screen now. But let's get all my announcements out. There we Okay, and don't need music for the story. I was struggling so hard to find a good song to play. Go to game view. I was struggling so hard to find a good song to use for stream. I started looking, I was trying to find one that had more of like an Asian flair to it, but they were all super happy. And with the thumbnail picture being like Kasumi all beat up sitting on the ground, I really didn't want a happy song. And then I got attacked by a moth and I had to catch that and throw it outside. So I've had an eventful morning. Probably just, yeah, lunch. Don't need lunch. Not yet. But, well, you can see the banner for it up here. You cannot see the button to start the quest, but I'm gonna be doing Sanka Saga. It is like a story quest that covers a character from a side story in Honkai. In Honkai, there's two main stories. There's the story that covers all the main characters that you play with, and then any of these characters that has SP beside their name, they're from an alternate universe that people call the Captainverse. And a bunch of weird multiverse stuff in Honkai. And this is, as far as I know, this was the first one covering Yae Kasumi, who was a ninja who forgot her own name. So, as far as I understand anyway, I guess now we get to figure out what the actual story is, because I've not read too much into it. But here we go. Is it a curse Is it a curse to not be able to see the light? See, they haven't fixed the translations. That's her question back then. I'm fairly certain that's supposed to be me. It's supposed to be the captain, but I could be wrong. What followed was growing silence, as dry and harsh as the new winter. My lips struggled, but not a word came out. It wasn't a question wanting an answer. It was bitterness, self-ridicule, and something dark, obscure wrapped together. And perhaps the need for light is the real curse. From these calm and but ominous words, I somehow caught a whiff of desperate exhaustion. Just like that, she asked the question and answered herself, with me in a daze watching the shadow dance behind her. I don't know how well you guys can hear this song, but it's so sad but so pretty. Is it gonna play the full thing? Yep. Just like that, she asked the question and answered herself, me in a daze watching the shadow dance behind her. Oh, and it cuts off anyway. Why are people forever obsessed with how to be loved? The question has been troubling me for ages. The reason must be we inevitably abhor the way we are at this moment. She told me so back when she was still her. But to this day, the meaning is still beyond me. So all I can do is watch you, who came to this world because of her, till you can say something that she meant to say but didn't. After all, you are my past, and I am your future. That is a weird line. No answer has come to me, nor do I know what to say to you. Be it as it may, if I have to say something to the yesterday me, tomorrow, please keep on. What the hell is gonna happen in this storyline? That was a really cryptic message. Oh, going right into gameplay? Looked like she had a good weapon, too. Time is up, Kasumi. What's your status? I'm in. No need to worry, ferryman. Anbu, the stealth force that answers only to this overseer. I thought it was nothing but hearsay, but now we're shadows serving the overseer, that's all. But why ninjas? The Valkyries I knew all followed the modern way of military thinking, of training. Could it be because it's named Anbu? A cultural stereotype, perhaps. I may have underestimated the master's twisted fetish. I don't know, E. You just keep on. Just keep on. You speak too much, ferryman. If your curiosity is killing you, why not ask the overseer in person after the mission? Remember your mission. You're simply a stepping stone in the master's plan. And I'm just another pawn in his chess game. That's not perfect brainwash. I don't know what is. Don't ask, don't tell. It's best for both of us. Maybe there's a shred of self-consciousness left in her. Enough chat for now. I don't think you reached me to discuss the overseer's personal taste. Thank you for the advice, and do exercise caution in tonight's mission. Raksha's Rage, the dark art that has sealed the Rakshamaru, are the original marks of one volume kept here. That's what the intel says. But tonight's mission comes with much more uncertainty. One misstep may put us in an impossible situation. After all, we're dealing with the woman who has the lawless district of Evernight at her whim. She can't be harder to handle than Rakshamaru. Can be frickin'... Oh, god damn it, why am I so bad with names? God damn it, I hate myself for being so bad with names. Now it's bugging me. Callan, that's it. Callan Kaslana. Don't let your guard down. The human mind can pull all evil spirits to shame. Can put all evil spirits to shame. Yeah, that's... no kidding. People are messed up. Just like before, I'll support you from a distance tonight. That won't be necessary. Somehow I have a terrible hunch about this. Well, let's get to it then. Oh, geez, you guys are slow. Energy. This must have been where the map originally came from. Been a while since I've played this character. I just like Puhua more, so I don't usually get a chance to play Kasumi. Don't turn to a character I can't see. Oh, they died fast. Interact with it at all? No? Apparently I accidentally broke the right one. Oh, or not? I'm not sure. Is this supposed to be a hint that that's the right one? Oh! No, I see what I'm supposed to do. I'm dumb. Trespassing like it's your own property. Are you really expecting you can tour the house without being noticed? Oh. A trap? Trespassing like it's your own property. What do you expect? Who is speaking? Oh, it's Rita. I wonder if Shixel teaches any manners at all. Why was the other thing voiced and this isn't? A woman whose beauty is beyond any words. Even the dark garb was a vain effort to hold back any of her allure. This is probably what I'm getting, by the way, the skin. You can pick between this skin and Kasumi, and I already have Kasumi. Oh. She sat still with an effortless grace, sizing up the daring intruder as if reading an open book. You're the second person who has come uninvited since I took over the district. This voice. Are you a maniac or a moron? I was curious to find out, but you turned out to be something else entirely. Things are getting interesting tonight. Her lips curled into a gentle chuckle, and the whole world seemed to be lit up. Sudden. Soul-reaping beauty. Kasumi heard local elders speaking of women like this while she was on a mission in ancient Shenzo. They are curses with an angel's face. They break empires with a smile or frown. But this one is different, Kasumi soon realized. She gives off a familiar scent of shadows like Kasumi herself, and her smiling eyes are deep and dangerous as of. When deadly beauties like her begin to choose their own way of living, they'd crack Pandora's box wide open. So your Hanafuda Oyabun didn't expect Evernight to be run by an outlander. Oh, with the dosage you took in, you should be lying quietly. Jixel's puppets are tougher than I thought. Sort of gas? Don't act surprised. Yaimachi is a far-flung town, but Evernight is a refuge that welcomes all. Every city has an underground world. I run this one, and it's my job to know the story of every stranger. Damn it, my body is fighting me. Yeah, some sort of gas. You seem to be rather bent on breaking free. A noble effort, but in vain. Rest assured that it's no poison, only harmless anesthetic extracted from local plants. Oh, so much for self-introduction. Next. Hanafuda Oyabun dove down from the tower with the swiftness and elegance of a fox. Her body was breaking loose from her brain, but the clarity in her mind only grew. She saw the woman approaching. The footsteps came to a stop. Now, let's talk about you and your little helper. Don't expect anything from me. Of course. After all, the night is still very, very young. I never expected to fall into such a poorly designed trap. It's obvious that she had been well prepared, but how and when did she know? Was it... Wait, am I now playing the story leading up to that? Because that's... Oyabun, Rita, Omaro... Let's look. Act 1, Path of Naraka. Which I believe is the name of her ult. Could be wrong. The night is the best cover for any ill intention. I think about this every time I walk in the shadow. Be it monsters, spirits, or demons, darkness shelters them all indiscriminately, as if they are no different than the stars or the moon. I lifted my head and squinted, trying to see far through the misty air. The flame mark beside her caught my attention. She's Raiden Mei, ex-leader of the Shadow Guards serving the Castellan. Huh. Ex? Right. Now she's a refugee at large, not much different from you. She's wanted for... The official story is stealing forbidden scripts and learning dark arts. What's the unofficial version? She's framed plain and simple. Credibility? 100%. Besides, you should keep in mind that she is equally good at tracking and stalking as you. The uncomfortable conversation just had to float up this moment. This masked man calls himself Ferryman and claimed to be a liaison sent to the Far East by the Overseer. When I first arrived in Yaemachi, the contact signs written over the street corners led me to. He's a person of mysteries, but one thing is for sure, his intel gathering is first class. So, what does this wanted ex-Shadow Guard have to do with our mission? Stealing forbidden scripts and learning dark arts are false charges, but there might be some truth to it. I did some digging on Raiden Mei's background. Her father, Raiden Ryoma, seems to be the successor of an ancient sect, and he was imprisoned for a lab accident. Intel on the lab accident seems to be in tight control, so I took a detour and began to look into the ancient sect. And the sect is after mechanical parts which can fully replace human organs. It's almost too sophisticated for a town like Yaemachi, but not so much for Shixel. That's how it appears at first glance, but Mr. Ryoma's research goes beyond that. If all the human body parts can be replaced by artificial components, is the soul transferred to the robotic shell? Mechanical shell with a human soul that's playing God in absolutely forbidden territory. I feel like I've been slightly teased for this story, because this is sounding a lot like the crossover when they did the Genshin X Honkai. And when they did Genshin X Honkai, the first part of it was literally just the Genshin storyline. The second part was a ninja story involving Kasumi. And this sounds a lot like the background of what happened in that. Maybe the crossover was like an alternate ending to this story then? Now I remember one of the Zakti runes from the 6 ninja arts has some kind of soul-controlling power. Correct. The powers of 3 Zakti runes have been confirmed. The Path of Naraka rune is able to manipulate drift souls. Souls that wander aimlessly in the realm of the living. I shook my head and dragged myself back from recollection. The Raiden girl seemed to be talking to the flame mark. Considering she is also a stealth master, I tried to close the distance without giving my scent away. Who's there? Oh, is that where this version of Mei came from? I didn't know she came from this story. My feet froze in an instant. It's not because of Raiden Mei's shouting, the scent of someone powerful. Alan! I told you there's no escape. I didn't expect you to hunt me down yourself. You've served me long. You should know better. I always prefer the fair and square way rather than stabbing someone in the back. Besides, I can't even hold a candle to you when it comes to walking in the shadow. But you found me still. Yes, thanks to the Path of Deva rune. Runes resonate with each other, that's why. You have the answer now. Do you wish to run again, or come with me quietly? So each of them have a rune. The conversation was short-lived and lasted only a few breaths. I held my breath and watched from a safe distance. The very instant the moon was clouded, Mei dashed in the opposite direction, lightning speed. Runs like a rabbit. She seemed not worried about her precious flame mark at all. Never mind, I'll get her first and ask her about the mark later. Having made up her mind, the woman gave chase immediately, leaving the flame mark on its own. Of Soma? I still haven't played that game. I think Bree said she wanted to show me that, but she never... We still haven't ended up doing it. But I have heard a lot of people talk about Soma and saying it's a good game. I don't know what it is. Definitely more to the flame mark than meets the eye. It's a good opportunity to check it closely. Okay, this does use stamina, so thankfully I saved some. Oh, I can add characters? Oh, no I can't. I have to earn new characters. Oh my gosh, Bree. Activate the fire sigil and defeat the sigil guardian. Oh, there's a guardian. It's a robot? Okay. Good stuff. No. Bad. No fire waves. Let me do my dashes. That fox kill you.
幸不辱命，舰长。
Yeah, good luck with that one. It has multiplayer? I always thought it was a single player story. I didn't think it had any multiplayer. But I mean, there's also just, if you really wanted me to play it, there's, what's it called again? I'm pretty sure you can, like, share your library with someone else. And then that person can play the game. It's just only one person can play the same game at a time. Coins! And whatever the hell that is. Yeah, I've heard it's a mess, but as far as I know, it's something you can do. That was close. Didn't expect an angry golem popping out of the flame mark. That was a mech? Huh? This golem. Ferryman, I'd appreciate it if you give me a hint when you start talking in my head. You seem to see and hear everything I see and hear. Is this some sort of ninjutsu too? I can't explain this. You can take that as a yes. We'll figure it out later, maybe, if you really wanted to. So what's odd about this golem? It seems to be the same model from Ryoma's research before he was arrested. Hard to believe it's a coincidence. Indeed, the path of Naraka rune may have the answer we seek. You mean, despite a brief moment of hesitation, I took out the rune as he suggested. As if being pulled by an unknown force, a cluster of light drifted out of the golem. This is a drift soul, contrary to popular belief. Looks like Ryoma's research had entered the final stage. The drift soul responded to the ninja art. Means Ryoma has the path of Naraka rune, and he probably used it in his experiments. Lab accidents, intel curb, arrest, imprisonment, so that's what really went down. From May's talk with the stranger, clear that May is an insider of her father's project. That's right, Ryoma's wanted daughter makes a much easier target than himself. But the stranger after May is a force to be reckoned with. Taking her head on is not a good idea. I remember playing Powerfall. I played that on, the old Android console, the Ouya. I had it on that. I think I still have that somewhere in my room. I haven't used it in a long time. It's necessary to know your enemies beforehand, but I'm afraid you won't be able to avoid her anyway. What's going on now? The one and only Senbon Sakura outfit and the hair color of snow should be hint enough. The blooming Sakura buried in snow, Callan the Castellan. The legendary warrior who defeated the demon fox alongside the Miko and rebuilt Yae from the ashes. So it's her. We should catch up and see if May can lose the Castellan. We'll give her a hand if necessary. No need to hesitate over the right strategy. In any scenario, we just have to get involved one way or the other. Wait, uncover easy? Does that mean there's harder? Oh, there's bounties that I don't have unlocked. There's shop that I can't really buy much with anyway. Oh wait, there's a ninja arts. Is that what the... Oh, so I eventually get all the runes and I can upgrade stuff. Deal bonus damage to things in Naraka. Is that all these are? Okay, and then there's more skills you get as you upgrade. Okay, I don't have enough though. Learning the event. I will say, this event looks really cool for an old event. Oh my gosh, you guys. Paranoia normal. Oh, May talking to her dad. Oto-san. The girl jumped up the moment light touched her eyes. Bright sunlight shone through the window slits, forcing her to turn around and squint. Ugh. Nightmare, I guess. Fierce pain attacked her from the right shoulder and abdomen. Even trained samurais like her had to moan softly. It is a strange environment. Thanks to the excruciating pain, her senses came back to her quickly. A ragged room with thin dust on the windowsill. It's not the Callan's castle. Having stayed on the edge for days, the girl breathed a sigh of relief once she ensured there's no danger. Well, the next thing... Hey, you're finally awake. How are you feeling? Oh my gosh, getting some Skyrim vibes here. You are? I can relate to your alertness, but it would be nice for someone who has just saved you to hear your name first. And call me Kasumi. Sorry, I'm not interested in a fake name, Shadow Guard. You're wanted and everyone in Yae knows your fate. Sorry to drag you into this, but why would I save you? Finding a dying girl by the road. I'm not heartless like that. But I was attacked in the middle of the night. Why would you be passing by at that time? I bet you have major trust issues and very few friends. Is there a problem for my working in Evernight to take the shortcut home after work at that hour? Evernight, so that's why. Did you dress my wounds? Doesn't look like this is your first time. Nevernight now instead of Evernight. Nevernight is full of dangerous guests like you. We Maikos probably handle more patients than a doctor here. I see. The sun is setting, and I gotta head out for work. You can keep your paranoia, but I only saved you on a whim. I waved my hand with my back facing her as I walked out. The door shut and I couldn't feel her gaze anymore. You. Very convincing. It's almost a shame you didn't take an acting career. Drop it. It's part of what it takes to be a ninja. And it's you who suggested this in the first time. Turns out it did work to a certain degree. I was just putting myself in her shoes. It was me being hunted by the Castellan. I'd be suspicious too after waking up to a strange Maiko. It's a 1 in a million chance to be found and picked up by the forgotten country road late in the night. That's why I needed the Maiko identity. Most overnight Maikos live in the old town and work late hours. It's common sense in Machi. So it's not too far-fetched for a Maiko to spot a wounded while she hurry home after taking a shortcut. And calling out her name and dressing her wounds with the ninja skills were also part of the plan. Without her identity unveiled, it would be harder to engage her in conversation. Calling out her name, using her arrest warrant as an excuse, is the first and most important step. It kept May in the conversation because her secret was no longer a secret. But when you think again, it's actually pointless. If I'm planning something against her, I'd be sure to know her real identity. Right, speechcraft is all about the mental suggestions that take advantage of common logical fallacies. Scheming, jeez. I really want to know if the ferryman is supposed to be me or if it's just some random character. The human mind jumps to quick conclusions when there's an info overload. Your words impressed May as candid and calm. Someone with ill intent would pretend not to know, but since you spoke out candidly, you are more trustworthy. And tending to her wounds with obvious skill was for the same reason. Exactly. It's working on her mind. The human mind thinks in negative terms. We tend to believe information that checks out after being questioned. The wound dressing was a bait. Being cautious as expected may raise suspicion over it, and after getting a reasonable answer, she began to believe. Now we're going to Matrix reference. Starting to believe. What is it? You intel gatherers all have a dirty heart. Let's put May aside for a moment. How is the investigation that I asked for going? As you suspected, there has been a slew of rumors floating in the old town these years. 3 of them stand out: the hovering house, the summer frozen pond, and the sunny day thunderclaps. Hovering house? Could it be a mirage? Very likely, and sightings of paranormal events like this all took place around the flame mark we saw. So it seems the frozen pond and sunny day thunders come from something like the flame mark. I have the locations roughly pinned down, and I suggest you hurry up. To make sure May could escape, you stalled the Castellan with a pebble. Wow, it's a powerful pebble. Imagine stalling one of the most powerful fighters with a damn rock. This should have given her some clue that someone else is in her way. We don't know how to use the drift souls yet, but we should gather more and quickly. Let's get to it. Ninja time! Activate the ice sigil and defeat the sigil guardian. Where is... oh, there it is. This one's a pushover compared to the last one. It's just perma-stunned. What happened? He was perma-stunned. He couldn't do anything. Well, sorry, Ice Guardian, but you suck. This is the second one. Our theory is held up till this moment. These golems were used in Ryoma's experiments. The fire last time and the ice this time, giving a mecha a drift soul, and it's capable of this? It's beyond my knowledge, and otherwise it won't be considered a dark art. No matter his purpose, Ryoma's experiments did involve the power of the Path of Naraka rune. And from the looks of it, the rune didn't change hands after he was arrested. True, this explains why May is wanted for learning dark arts accusation. I believe Miss Raiden is the one to lead us to the Path of Naraka rune. And after she went missing, she was seen at the flame mark last night. Suppose Ryoma hid the rune somewhere before he was jailed, and now we know he left these marks behind. These marks are likely the keys to the where the rune is kept. Odd some of these translations. I didn't cheat, I just beat the crap out of him and he was in the air the whole time. A drift soul is what sets Ryoma's golems apart from common mechas. There are 3 marks and we have 2 drift souls now, which means we need to get the last drift soul and make May spill out the whereabouts of the rune. It won't be easy. Descent. Tell me the location of Sunny Day Thunderclaps now, Ferryman. Alan is heading this way. Oh. Now it's teaching me to do the thing that I already found out. Left side of the ninja art screen shows the current stats and effects. Zakti hidden in the old quarter belong to the ninja. Check all the stats and effects of the repaired ninja art here. Zakti retrieved in this area can only be used to repair the ninja art of the Path of Naraka. Retrieve more Zakti by defeating monsters in this area and further... Okay, but let me unlock it. Hey. So now I do more damage. And I don't know how to get these yet. The Magatamas. But I guess I'll find out. Next part of the story. Are we exposed? Not yet. Looks like she is after the second mark. She is faster than I thought. And she could definitely tell the golem fell down from a recent brawl. Good thing we have located the third mark. Sunny Day Thunders. A golem with lightning power this time. Past experience says so. Time's running out. Alan should be searching the second mark now, and no, she came straight this way. The hell? Never mind. Take down the golem to retrieve the drift soul and disappear. My plan exactly. Wonder if this one's gonna have a tighter time limit or something. But I got a damage bonus. Sigil? Where's Sigil? Whoa. This one's tankier than the others. Not very strong though. That would be exciting to get a actually interesting fight that had a really short cooldown, but or cooldown duration, but down goes Lightning Golem. More stuff to upgrade with. Too late again. The fresh tracks tell me they wouldn't be far even if they have left. I don't know who you are, but I know you're still here. I'm Callan, the Castellan who runs this town, and I'd like to have a friendly conversation with you. Nothing responded except for the rustling of the winter. They have left? She thought for a moment, took a look around, and left once she was sure there wasn't suspicious. She left only to return again with her scent concealed, sitting on high branches with perfect view. It's late, the wind whispers, leaf rustling, and distant barks kept flowing in. She closed her eyes. 10 minutes, 20, 40. She sat quietly and firmly on the top of the twigs. Sleep. The swishing sound suddenly broke the frozen silence. Long laugh. She located the source with a split second and took off. Show yourself. Eh? This is some high quality. I'm screenshotting that. Actually, does this game have a built-in screenshot function? I don't think so. This is probably already in the game, but I'm screenshotting it anyway. This is a very popular ship, but much to her surprise, her hand caught a thin, soft wrist. It's a young lady in an embroidered Maiko dress. Who are you? Spare me, please. I've nothing on me. I just want to go home. Go home? At this hour? I'm a Maiko working in Evernight. The word Evernight sent Colin's brows into a slight frown. From the way she walks, she is not a fighter. Show me your face. Without any permission, she reached out and lifted the woman's chin, and the most unexpected face popped up. Why are you here? Huh? No. You're not her. You can't be her. What are you talking about? The fox ears. Who are you exactly? Oh, did she know Kasumi before Kasumi lost her memory? The ruler of the Yaimachi lost all her calmness, and looked as if she just saw a ghost. This familiar yet strange face ripped open some old wounds in her heart. Oh my god, Bree. She took her hand back as if struck by lightning. Crushing pain kept hammering her head like something within tried to break free. Are you alright? Don't touch me. Agony and anxiety robbed her of her usual poise. She struggled and staggered a few steps before taking off. Planned all this? How could I? I never knew my face would send her in a huge shock. Wait, the ferryman is Yae? What is going on? I'm so confused in this story. Oh, no preview. Freak. A sudden weariness came to me the moment I pushed open the door. Callan's face kept flashing over my eye. Might be my instinct telling me to stay away from this dangerous woman. It's dark inside. And as my eyes tried to adapt to the darkness, the familiar scent gave me mild relief. I didn't ask her to stay, but I knew she was the only one to point me to the Zakti rune. Don't move. The price of short relief was to have a sharp object thrust against my neck. Shadow Guard certainly has a unique way of saying thank you. Who are you exactly? One of the hundreds of Mycos in Evernight. I would have bought it if every Myco I knew had fox ears. I served the Castellan for long years, and I know a thing or two that common folks don't. Before Rakshamaru was sealed, it put a curse on this land that newborns would have a rare chance to grow fox ears. Known as the Forbidden Ones, they are sent to serve the god in the Yae Shrine once they come of age. I'm dying to know how one of them ended up as a Myco in Evernight. Fine, I surrender myself, but... What are you? My blind fist found May's soft belly, and I lowered my body, broke free, and knocked her off balance and held her down. You need more than a chopstick to make me obey. She held a chopstick to your neck. One way to threaten someone. If not for the wounds, I'd have you. What's your purpose? The wounded should lay down and rest well, and you don't need me to tell you that I'm after the Zakti rune. I have more. It's just all my comfy stuff is black t-shirts. I know there's a few streams and videos that I've worn a purple sweater over top of it, and I do have some other shirts, but I like my black t-shirts. They're just baggy and comfy. Knew it. Well, unfortunately, even I have no idea how to unlock the 3 marks my father left. Oh, worry not. I have what the 3 marks held in my pocket. So can we sit down and talk nicely now? The House of Raiden was known for katana crafting in history, but the family trade gradually dwindled down. My father has all of his passion in mechanical prostheses and exoskeleton armors. My mother has been lying in a hospital bed for many years because of an accident. Perhaps for this reason, father got obsessed with making artificial body parts that can bring mother back. The Castellan decided to fund his research as soon as he developed the first autonomous golem. But father failed to make any progress ever since. Desperate to deliver, he started a forbidden experiment. The one that caused the lab accident and sent him to jail. Right. The accident seemed to give him a revelation, and he transferred all his findings to a secret place. The Castellan took an unusual interest in what he hid up. She went so far as to order my arrest for some clues. I've only one goal: keep the Castellan's hands off the Naraka rune that father values more than his life. Even if it means outlanders like me get to keep it? We have an agreement then. Now would you please point me in the direction of the rune? Sacrifice 3 drift souls in the old town before dawn, and walk past the Twilight Zone to the other side. That's what father's work notes say. We still have some time before dawn, but what does this Twilight Zone mean? We better get going now. Oh, it's, the bounty. I guess that's how we get these things. So I gotta do like 6 of them, I think it was, to get the costume. I can enhance it if I have level 4. Don't have it. Can I just rerun these? Oh, I can rerun them. That's why. That gives 8. That gives 12. Okay, so I would have to do the 21. Oh, I guess we're gonna refight one of the bosses first. Oh, I can use my own teams? What? Give me the good gloves. I don't know what you're getting at, Bree. Oh, that was easy. This is why I like this character more. Why use Kasumi when I can just punch people with lightning? Let's enhance it. And I guess switch to the lightning upgrade. Oh my gosh, Bree. Okay, we are now recommended level. Let's see what this boss is like. I don't think I have friends. Nope, no friends. Poor Kasumi is alone.
昼夜交替之际，正是吾辈行动之时。
Okay, it's a little bigger than I thought. Whoa. So that's the other side, a giant wasted proving ground. I don't know what happened exactly, but it looks like a space warp. It's so alien from Yae, as if two dimensions are clumsily stitched together. Right, the portal may not hold for long. Intensive Zakti is detected from below. Looks like that's where the rune is. Better speed up. Oh!
看惯了，却终归会遗忘的光景。
Oh, I know this map well.
危险总是不期而至。
Why would I go down that way? Oh, the jump is gone. That's why.
时间到了，雷雨晚。遵命，舰长。小声。
Dang it, I wanted to do ninja things. I wanted to jump down.
忍者的脚步不会留下一丝声
Come on,
息。
next group. Easy.
遵命，舰长。危险
Ninja
总是不期
things.
而至。
Oh, these ones are already here. Guess I gotta interact with you to open it. I can't go any further, but I can't stop here neither. A talking golem? This shell is overloaded. The weight of a soul is indeterminable. Look how carefree they are, the dummies without a soul. I don't envy them. Someday I'll return to the dojo and beat her. Oh, he took someone's, like an actual living person's soul into it. And show her what the true way of fighting is. Oh, sorry, don't get me wrong, I'm not picking a fight. What you seek is at the bottom of the structure. No need to waste your time here. Never mind, let's get to the bottom of it.
开始移动。
Poor person stuck in a mech.
忍者的脚步不会留下一丝声息。
Ninja run. Oh, that's a lot. Iron Grim Golem. Looks the same as the Fire Golem. Oh, I almost regret upgrading now because that was too easy. That was a joke. Okay, have a good day. But I'm confused. I'm really confused. That was too easy. Oh well. I believe I told you not to come to me without an emergency, Kasumi. Does mission failure qualify as an emergency? I took down the Golem Legion that's on the other side, but there's no sign of the Naraka rune. I realized that all the golems I ran into were more or less autonomous, but they merely acted on their instincts. Only one exception. The old model golem I met halfway that didn't appear hostile at all, never saw it after. A golem with self-awareness and even memories from a past life. This is May's dream come true. May? After I came back on this side, I asked around, but it seemed like Raiden May simply vanished into thin air, as if she foresaw it all. Looks like she got us. I did some more digging after she went missing. There's not much of a record on her, only pieces of trivial information here and there. But looking back, the information says a lot about her. For example, May crafted all the Shadow Guard gear. She is from the Raiden house after all. And she doesn't really see eye to eye with her father, because he never visited her mother before she passed away. Can it be? Yes. Keeping the Castellan off her father's research, and the rune was a lie. She is on a mission to take revenge on her father. She means to complete the work of her father's life and tear it to pieces. And she's behind the lab accident. If so, Ryoma hiding the finished golem was not only meant to keep it from the Castellan, but also his own daughter. It remains a mystery why the finished golem terrified Ryoma so much. And your mission is not over yet. 500 years ago, the god took pity on the Raksamaru Rektiai village and descended on Earth as the Miko. In the end, the frozen Naraka wielding Miko sealed the demon fox within the 6 Sakti runes of Raksha's rage. Wait, that sounds like Yae. That specifically sounds like Sakura, not Kasumi. Did Sakura go into a bubble universe and save them or something? It entails the path of Deva, the path of Manusya, the path of Ashura, the path of Tirag, the path of Preta, and the path of Naraka. You have the 6 ninja arts now, but we still need the remaining Zakti runes to fully restore Raksha's rage. According to Shixel database records, the demon fox commanded Hersher level Honkai energy, because it was a Hersher. No wonder the Overseer has so much interest in the dark art that can fully seal the demon fox. We don't have anything new on May now, so what should our next target be, Ferryman? Oops. The Yae Shrine and the Evernight District both have rumors that concern us. As for the Forbidden Ones May talked about, could Yaemachi be my birthplace if my fox ears are really a curse? I didn't know you cared about your origin. Well then, the next target is set. First from the Demon Fox, I'll find out what you really are. Is this so everything is unlocked except for the last one, I believe? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'll probably do 3 or 4 of them today. Get through like half of it, and then later this week, once everything's unlocked, I'll do the rest. Is there any reason to rerun these? No. And how many do I need to get the costume? 4? Means I'm probably not getting this thing today, because I'm probably only gonna do 3 today, but we'll see. Path of Rock. The Shrine Mirage. Act 2, Path of Tirog. I wasn't expecting to see the floating house mirage here. You believe where there's a paranormal event, a ninja art might be around, right? No, it's just one of the many explanations. What do you see, Kasumi? A shrine, but my ninja sense tells me the seeing can be deceiving. So it's true when they say ninjas can see with everything around them. Is it the wind, scent, or the lack of it? I scouted the place earlier. The shrine should be at the peak. For reasons unknown, the shrine at the peak was projected here, halfway up the mountain. As soon as I realized that, the illusion of the shrine began fading away in my eyes, and the wasteland was restored. Most paranormal events take place when a group of hallucinated people believe they witness extraordinary things. From the intel gathered so far, something concrete and substantial could not yet be ruled out. I'll start my investigation here. You're collecting the rune of the Path of Tirog this time. Keep it in mind, and clues will find you. Failing to recover the Naraka rune was on me. I should have paid more attention to the weird acting golem. But there's no point whining over spilled milk. I should focus on now. Well then, I'll be standing by at a distance if you need anything. Someone's coming. Keep in contact. The ambient scent changed. Night alone is enough, but I took the extra caution to walk in the tree shades, and I caught something unusual alongside the sound of leaves rustling. Hard to say it's brisk or harsh, but it's definitely bitter melon. It's Terry. And the source of the smell seemed to be in a huge panic. Terry. Anyone? Somebody please save me. A vertically challenged Miko ran over with dripping tears. What's going on? I was heading down, but why do I end up back at the shrine again? Somebody, anybody. Apparently she's caught right in the middle of the mirage. Her looks told me she's a Miko from the shrine. Maybe she could lead me to the shrine and the ninja art. Nobody will show up. It's this late, nobody can help me now. The tiny Miko began crying out loud while hugging the tree for whatever little consolation that provided. Looks like she will never make it back to the shrine without someone's help. Gotta think of something now. Hi, I'm a wandering ninja. Would you mind taking me to your place? Still no other characters. Uh-oh. Fighting? Oh, no. Oh no, not an escort mission. What's going on? Why do I end up at the shrine again? Hello, Miko. You know me? Please, please, don't tell anyone I got lost. It's too embarrassing. The Miko that went lost. That will be how I'm remembered by later generations if you tell someone. And Maikos from Evernight will create a new dance based on your story so that every guest can have a good laugh. I'm done. I was just teasing you. But I didn't know your reputation mattered so much, do you? As I expected, the little Miko had blind trust in any stranger. I've walked this path for a million times. No way I got it wrong this time. Years as an apprentice, but still can't remember the road. I'd never make a respected Miko this way. All riled up by her own words, she sat down on the roadside rock and crossed her legs, stirring up some loose soil. If I leave her alone, she'll probably whine all day right there. Miko, what's your name, and where are you going? My name is Teresa, and I'm going to buy... No, I'm not telling you that. Teresa, a very special name. Something tells me you're gonna buy some bitter melon juice, right? Right, but I'm trapped in the shrine now. Anyway, just take me out of here. This is not the real shrine, so we can't go down the mountain. We need to return to the real shrine first. But if we don't go down right now, she'll probably be mad at me. Biting her fingers, Teresa looked elsewhere, as if there's someone else at the shrine that she cared about. Never mind, it will forgive me. Teresa muttered to herself as she stood up and shook off the dust. Thanks a lot. Please stay closely behind me. As she runs ahead. Your ears. What's wrong? Nothing. They're beautiful. A pair of foxes. And where's the fight? Come on. Read it somewhere. Sometimes people cannot tell the direction at dark nights. They cannot find their ways, but just going around in circles, thinking that they're trapped in a haunted situation. It's actually because they're too tired, confused, or panicky, so they couldn't find their ways. I run too fast for her. Sounds just like life itself. Another fight here. That monster came back to life. Please stay with me. Good escort missions. Tiny Miko doesn't fight. Yeah. I feel like she might fight afterwards because we have multiple party member slots. Maybe she gets added to the team, but I don't know how this old event worked. We're at the shrine now, Teresa. Thank you. I looked around and found it a contrast to my imagination. It's well maintained and didn't look aged at all. Oh, I haven't asked your name. You can call me Kasumi. Doesn't sound like a real name. And your outfit, are you a ninja? Is Kasumi your code name? Silence is the best answer for it. You're probably on a mission, but I came up and stalled you. I'm really sorry for it. I thought ninjas were mysterious and horrible. They are always lurking in the dark and ready to spill blood. I wouldn't say that's terribly wrong. They'd even become someone's shadow if that's necessary. You're right. So it's a rare thing then, to shelter someone with your shadow. When you were taking me here, you walked in the front and kept yourself exposed. Sometimes necessary for the mission. I felt an urge to say this, but eventually kept my silence. Sorry, this must sound like nonsense to you. Would you like to stay at Yae Shrine today, Kasumi? Okay, I'll keep you safe. You're an outlander, right? People here never touch the topic of Yae Shrine. But you didn't even blink when you heard the word. I know Raksha's rage is a forbidden art here, but ferrymen said nothing about people's fear of this shrine. It's not his fault, though. It's an old story that's been etched into the local people's mind without them knowing. Miko entrusted the shrine to me. Of course, it's impossible. That's 500 years ago. Miko has always been my idol, and this is my way of honoring her. I appointed myself apprentice Miko and rebuilt the shrine myself. Rebuilt? Right, it's not the Yae shrine, only with the same name. The original was destroyed in the epic battle. Teresa talked in an almost calm and collected way, a sharp contrast to the hopeless whimpering girl earlier. May I touch your ears? After a moment of hesitation, I crouched down and tried hard to appear relaxed, with my whole body tightened. This way I could easily deal with any situation. The ears are real. When I first saw your ears, I thought Miko-sama had returned. People say Miko-sama had fox ears too, and they were the source of her amazing powers. But she won't wear these. Teresa stood on her toes and touched my golden earring. It wiggled and rubbed my ear with a slight chill. I've grown used to their wiggling, but when it's touched by someone, the feeling is quite different. Teresa let go and stepped back. She then tugged her own ears. Unlike you, I'm all fake. Even though I will never let the shrine fall into the hands of someone who doesn't care. Fox ears are why people fear this shrine, and they believe it for the same reason. Fear? Right, the fox ears empowered Miko-sama, but they are also proof that she once shared her body with the demon fox. Of course, there is no demon left. I smell a little animal? No, it's bigger. A wild beast? Oh my gosh, Bree. The smell surged from every corner of the shrine. Oh, you are surrounded by wolves. Oh, there's an Iron Grim Golem EX? I might want to try doing that. 4 is max, right? Yeah, 4 is max. I might want to try that EX just because the normal was so boring. Just explanation. Level Tyriog. Dang, that's really good. Raven Feathers. This is actually taking a lot longer than I thought. This might be 3 streams, not 2. Obviously, it's not a human sound. The look on Teresa's face suddenly changed and I drew my shurikens immediately. I tried to estimate the beast's size based on the smell, but it's in vain, because I didn't know any beast the size of the shrine. And there was nothing in my sight. Teresa, get behind me. Hush, stay quiet. I turned around and caught Teresa giving a hand gesture as if to something in the air. She wasn't talking to me, which confirmed my suspicion that there's something in the shrine. I turned my shurikens around. Teresa, did you lie to me? The demon fox wasn't sealed. It's lurking in the rebuilt Yae shrine, right? If so, the Castellan would have found out ages ago. We all know Yae village was once ravaged by the demon fox and lost favor of the god. But Miko stepped up and sealed the demon at the cost of her life. After that, Yae Machi regained divine favor. Spiritual energy gathered in this shrine and gave birth to Gokuma. And this is stuff that we've seen in the open world. It's still weak and can only maintain its spiritual form. Gokumaru. As more spiritual energy gathered, her power also grew. She named herself after she became able to speak. Higoku, jade of crimson color. It's said that's how people will feel if be seen. No doubt Hikokumaru, the spirit fox, is somehow connected to the path of Teriok rune. But a harmless spirit fox should have the Zakti rune means she is stronger than she looks. Maybe some ninja art genjutsu can force Hikokumaru to reveal her true power. The shrine is under attack, Hikokumaru won't stand idle. Oh my gosh, are you gonna fake an attack so that you can fight it?
昼夜交替之际，正是吾辈行动之时。时间到了，雷王。不痛不痒。
We get a fox. Pokemon should be able to take it out easily. Oh, not even the boss. Need more energy. Who's there? Pokemon isn't like what you imagined, is it? How about a cooperative investigation? I don't need partners. Ooh, stubborn, that's cute. Fucking Fallon! Someone else barged in and broke my genjutsu. To avoid Teresa's suspicion, I had to take my genjutsu back. I didn't expect to be trapped by yourself, huh? If you have to uncover the ninja art secret, the little girl over there might have a broken heart. Serious woman who broke my genjutsu walked close with casual steps and whispered in my ears. Genjutsu means illusions. The art of illusions. Dork. It's you. I know you. You are Sixth Serenade, the rogue wanted by the Castellan. It literally is I'm so confused. Bingo. I didn't get to choose my name when I was born, and Sixth Serenade suits me much better. I'm afraid we're onto the same thing, and summer freeze, sunny day thunders, and floating houses. These paranormal events frequent Yaemachi lately. Something is haunting the peaceful Yaemachi and dragging it back into its past nightmare. Oh my god, Bree. You dork. I'll get to the bottom of it. He leaned close again, and you should stick to your mission for now. How do you know? Dear Miko, the god that protected Yaemachi never returned. Why would you say that? Answer me, which god does this shrine worship? Inari, of course. Inari has bestowed upon us favorable weather and good harvest for thousands of years. Then you must know Inari has a pair of messengers who appear as foxes. That's true. Since Inari does not have a recognized face, the fox messengers gradually became Inari's face. In other words, the god turned into a fox in the minds of the common folks. This makes no sense. You'll know soon enough, till we meet again. The serenade went with wind, leaving only a few raven feathers of dark purple. Kasumi turned around and saw Teresa burying her head down and kicking gravel. After a long silence, when she finally lifted her head, she couldn't stop tears welling from her. Gokumaru was still too weak to break your genjutsu or protect this shrine. Sixth serenade is wrong. The demon is sealed and the god has returned. Gokumaru is also growing strong. So why are you crying? It spoke. Voice echoed in the shrine, but no one showed up. Alright, I won't ask you why, but where's my limited fried tofu? Is that why she was going to town to get Gokumaru food? Oh my gosh. Oh, are these happy tears for finally getting the limited fried tofu? Great, now you finally get how I feel about fried tofu. No, I didn't. I got lost. Didn't make it. Okay, I knew it. You're alright. That makes everything alright. I can go and buy some fried tofu tomorrow morning. Teresa hesitated. No hurry. We can decide tomorrow. Right. Too much happened today. You should get some rest first. But I knew Teresa would get down the mountain to buy fried tofu for sure. Let's upgrade this again. When do I get skills? 4 and 7. Oh boy, this one gets a lot more levels. That means I'm gonna have to grind this one, doesn't it? Oh boy. And so it happened. I knew Teresa would get down the mountain to buy fried tofu for sure, but I'm not stopping her. Early in the morning, Teresa sneaked off without knowing I was watching her. She left a note saying she went to buy weird tofu. Wrong stuff! It had to be early because fried tofu sold out fast. She also asked me to look after the shrine. I allowed her to go alone because I knew it's safe to do so. And more importantly, I needed some heart-to-heart time alone with Gokumaru. The fox spirit seemed heedless, though, which was to my advantage. Taking care of the shrine, you should change first. We're not a popular shrine, but people do come and visit because we are the only one here. Poor tofu. And what's a shrine without its Miko? Teresa's not here, and the least you can do is put on her Miko outfit and try to play the part. Oh right, you know what sets your day in a good mood? Fried tofu. Fucking stereotypical fox. You know what makes the best post-nap dessert? Fried tofu. You know what the best way to enjoy a beautiful sunny day is? Fried tofu. Gosh. That's a lot of words for I want fried tofu. I've changed. The sudden gaze of two big watery eyes made me uneasy. Aniki, no. No. Who is Aniki? I don't recall being called an Aniki either. I must have got up on the wrong side of the bed. Nothing some fried tofu won't cure. This fucking fox. Chop chop, start cleaning now. Birds were chirping gleefully in the bamboo grove. It's usually my nap time after the mission, so it's refreshing both to my eyes and ears. I heard leaves rustling. It's the squirrels passing through, with cheeks popped up by acorns. Peace, comfort, and a bit of hubbub were what made the village perfect for living. There weren't many visitors in the morning, so Kasumi needed only to focus on cleaning. Villagers who came to pray didn't need a Miko to read their divination slips. They had the answers themselves. Wait, someone came. Footsteps were sent along the stone stairs. I lowered my head and walked behind the Emma rack. The Emma plaques waving in the wind covered me nicely, and the small gaps between them allowed me to observe. The unsuspecting stranger had her back facing me. She took off her gloves to wash her hands at the chuzuya. A monotonous ritual, but she did it with utmost care and attention, as if to rinse away all her sins. The stark white hair and black cloak gave her away. That's her for sure. Done. I was right to hide there. I didn't know her intention, but meeting with the Castellan here certainly spelled trouble. However, like any other visitor, she walked into the hidden and sounded the bell to make sure the god could hear her. After 2 bows and 2 hand claps, she stood before the main hall for a long while, probably praying. Kami-sama, please. Her voice dropped and became inaudible. The last bow was still yet to come, almost too long for a prayer. I turned back and to look. The Castellan didn't leave. She wasn't praying either. She was looking around as if searching for something. In the end, she seemed to have confirmed something and took the last bow with a smile. This is not good. She is dangerous. I'm leaving this shrine. Wait, Higokumaru, what happened? I don't know, but I know this woman. She is here for me. Maybe she takes me for the demon fox and I might bring disasters to Yaimachi. I'm leaving here. Teresa doesn't need more trouble right now. Higokumaru? I couldn't hear Higokumaru anymore. The Castellan seemed to have sensed something. He took a look in my direction and walked out of the shrine. How could I find Higokumaru? Castellan probably left following Higokumaru. She might lead me to some clues if I follow her. Lots of fired tofu in this story. We need a tofu union, apparently. Ellen looks strange. Follow her and check what's going on. Excuse me, did you see the Castellan? Yeah, she was leaving the village. I heard that the demon fox was real, and the Castellan was planning to catch it. Find Higokumaru. Awesome. Ninja run. Someone disappeared. Missed the circle. Ooh, a dash. Light up the 3 stone pillars. Happened to Higokumaru. Oh boy. Jeez. Vibration. Yeah, I'm just catching up. I remember. But yeah, we can look into that later if you want. Because, you know, we don't have enough stuff to do. Wait.
幸不辱命。
Oh, was I only supposed to see that? I guess I don't fight it yet. Guess I didn't have to pause. Everything began to shift and twist. For an instant I saw a black hole under my feet swallow everything in, and a new world spread out beneath me. Before my eyes was a gigantic beast growling, its eyes the color of flames. It's something I'd never seen before. But the familiar smell was unmistakable. I knew it would come to this, but somehow it still felt. Higokumaru. The rune of the Path of Tirag was clearly on its body. I knew you had your eyes on me from the beginning, but this came much sooner than I expected. What did the Castellan do to you? Nothing. She only wanted me to leave the shrine. But the outside world is terrifying. Once I left the shrine, past memories all came back to me. Aneki is dead, and I... Higokumaru. Higoku, I thought my true form would be as beautiful as crimson jade. Now I know it's more like a crimson hell. My name is Helmaru. Folklore depicted the appearance of the demon fox as 9 tails and a thunderous howling. I'm the demon fox sealed by Raksha's rage in the legend. Or anymore? No. What level is it gonna recommend? 6+? 4 is gonna give me 2, isn't it? Is it 20 each? Doesn't tell me how much it is. How to tell this is an old one? Oh well. Let's redo that last one.
接受皇女的裁决吧。圣裁之雷，以断罪之名。呀！嘣！我来了！这个很强。
Easy.
我什么都做得到。
Upgrade. I'm assuming that's enough. Oh, it does say at the bottom. Okay. I actually didn't need that much, I don't think. Increase my damage. I am now OP. Now to fight Higokumaru.
昼夜交替之际，正是吾辈行动之时。
I'm kind of curious how closely this is related to the open world story. Music, please don't cut out the game sounds. Oh. Rip?
毫无意外的结果。
I really need to do the hard versions of these fights. I really badly need to do the hard versions. Because these are a joke. I don't wonder if they nerfed them for the rerun to make it easier. Higokumaru. Risa. I went back to the shrine and found you all gone. I asked my way here and finally found you. And this is the Saha world. In local tales, it's the world where all the sins and unholiness are kept. So, you helped me only to get close to the Dakti rune? It's part of the mission? Right, I knew it's about me when I saw Kasumi for the first time, only I didn't know why. I had no idea who I really was. Maybe there are other ways to retrieve the Zakti rune, but it's too late now. It's for the best. Could be that after leaving the shrine, Helmaru was sent by the path of Naraka rune, the Saha world. To avoid her being found by the Castellan and sealed again, the best choice is to let me retrieve the ninja art. This way I'd finish my mission and Helmaru can survive in the Zakti rune. As long as you can control the Zakti rune, I can be summoned with ninjutsu. So that explains her ult. For me, it's only a simple relocation shrine to the Zakti rune. But what about me? Fried tofu. I bought fried tofu for you. It's too late, Teresa. Have it yourself. It tastes best when it's hot and fresh. We will meet again. Aww. Helmaru faded away in the Saha world. Why Hugokumaru is the demon fox? I needed to drop my shurikens to hug Teresa, but I couldn't do that right now. The time had not come. I lifted my right hand. Teresa, look up. Path of Turiag ninja art. Retrieve. Zakti rune now. Violet lightning flashed out of my hand and flew into the shape of Hugokumaru. Hugokumaru. Teresa hastily reached out her hands only to catch few fistfuls of air. I could also hear the sound of her heart beating. It might not be what you wish, but Hugokumaru has become part of the ninja art now. Raigokumaru, it's her new name. Kasumi-san, please take good care of her. In my heart, she is still Hugokumaru, the fried tofu addict. But I know she was indeed the demon fox that almost destroyed Yae village. There are still many mysteries around her. I was told to retrieve the Zakti rune of the Path of Turiag ninja art. I retrieved the Zakti rune, that and the power of Raigokumaru. But in the legend, the demon fox was sealed by Raksha's rage. If so, what do the rest of the ninja arts stand for? And what's the real purpose of Raksha's rage? On a secret mission to retrieve the dark art of Raksha's rage, Kasumi came to Yaimachi, Ari's. With intel support from ferrymen, Kasumi confirmed the targets who held the paths of Naraka and Turiag ninja arts. While investigating the Naraka art, Kasumi uncovered its location, but was sabotaged by Raiden Mei. I wonder if this is where the original event, they did a break, if they split it in like 3 or 4 instead of 7 like they did this time. In Yae's shrine, Kasumi retrieved the Turiag art, but was also greeted by more mysteries behind the local legends. If the Turiag art was holding Helmaru the demon fox, then what indeed did Raksha's rage seal 500 years ago? The saga continues. Path of Manusya. Ooh. How long have I been going? Almost 2 hours? I will at least try to get the next one done. And I'll try to do these EX fights. How far am I into? 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, and you need 7 for everything? No. You need 8 for everything. Do one of these give 2? Ah, the last one gives 2. Okay, that's fair. That makes sense. Let's see. Next part of the story. Probably gonna be the last one I do for now. And then later this week I'll do the other 4. Unless this one ends on a really bad cliffhanger, then I might do 4. The shadows grow darker when the sunlight goes brighter. Walking on the street, the words I heard somewhere in the past suddenly began to echo in my head. Desperate shouts and wild laughters, neon lights and dark corners. Welcome to Evernight, the shadow of Yaimachi, where the hopeless, heartless thrive. Reiko Kumaru. What, master? Feeling any Zakti rune? It's all over the place. The owner doesn't seem to have any intention of hiding it. Just as Ferryman predicted. Evernight? That's right, you'll have to take a trip to the Aimachi's underworld. Reason? In the past, countless factions and gangs have risen and fallen in Evernight. Handshakes, backstabbing, brawls, bloodshed. This is how a typical day in Evernight looked like. And throughout its history, no one, not any organization, has ever managed to rule over this dog-eat-dog land. Not even the Castellan? A crackdown would work for a few days, but then what? Besides, the Castellan probably has other plans in her mind. I'm afraid a chaotic Evernight is exactly what she wants, and she might even have played a major part in it. Doesn't add up. The Evernight I saw appeared to be nicer than your description. Not exactly the most pleasant place, that's for sure, but I didn't sense any obvious chaos or lack of order. Indeed, and that's where the problem is. A year ago, a mysterious woman by the name of Hanafuda Oyabun rose up out of nowhere. In half a year, she managed to tame every single gang in Evernight, and the Castellan didn't even say a word. It's a signal of a quiet consent. Perhaps this Hanafuda Oyabun is the Castellan's puppet? But according to my informants inside the castle, this woman is an outlander without any background. Everything aside, the fact that she rose up to the top and won over every Evernight gang in just half a year speaks for her insane power, and I happen to know something that could achieve the impossible. Zakti rune. Known for its sealing ability, Raksha's Rage also packs a unique powers in its 6 volumes of ninja arts. I told you that, from ancient scripts, the powers of 3 Zakti runes were known. The Naraka rune that can control drift souls is one of them. The Deva rune that grants immortality, allowing Kallen to reign over Yae Machi for over 5 centuries. What? And I thought the Naraka and Tyriog runes were almost too powerful. The Castellan's immortality, an open secret to the town. You'll have to face her one day, but not today. The Tyriog rune is the last one of the known 3. No, I never thought the Demon Fox would be awakened again by the Tyriog rune. The power to forge bonds with any demonic beast, that's the Tyriog rune, the 4th known one. There's another rune that can enchant human beings and make them obey. You're suggesting infiltrate Hanafuda Obuyun's mansion, Kasumi. The Manusya rune is your target this time. Is this gonna cut back to the beginning? Or do we have to fight our way to the beginning?
昼夜交替之际，正是吾辈行动之时。人发，雷神飞仙。
What in the world? What kind of weird telegraph is that? You stunned me out of my finisher, you jerk. Hey look, it's all the runes, I got them all. Whoa, weird lag spike. Look at my task manager. My computer should be doing fine right now. My memory's a little capped. I may actually have to buy RAM the next chance I get. Next time I have enough money. Like 80-90% full on RAM? I don't even have that much open. I Yeah. That. Okay. Man, that's not what I clicked on. This. There we go. Oh yeah, just download the RAM. Easy. That'll fix all my problems. Sounds of War, difficulty increased, huh? Grab this. What does this one give me? Decrease ice damage and... Oh geez, I'm playing the ice version of her? Blech. Ultimate evasion cooldown shortens by 2 seconds. I don't get to do it that often. That should take care of it. Master, taking every guard down can hardly pass as infiltration. Are you trying to teach a ninja how to be a ninja? By the way, since your memories have come back, can you tell me what exactly went down 500 years ago? Sorry, Master, even I have no idea what was going on when it happened. I was Inari, the god of harvest. The Yae shrine had worshipped me since many generations back. One day, Aniki brought back a wounded outlander. I sensed something unholy in the black box the outlander brought, so I asked Aniki to keep it in the shrine. But before I could purify it, I had already been infected by what's in the box, and I soon lost myself. I never had a good look of what the box truly contained, but I'd say it's blind rage at its purest. Even a god with the tiniest desire possible would hopelessly drown in it and lose control. You didn't have any memory of being sealed by the Miko? Miko? Oh, you mean Aniki. I can't seem to remember much after the contamination. But I was briefly awake when my shell was destroyed. What did you see then? I saw Aniki also wreathed in the blind rage, and... sorry, I can't recall anything else. Don't be too hard on yourself, and about these fox ears. They were once proof that the girl was chosen to serve me. I can't really tell why my master has them too, but you do look incredibly like her. Me, in the Miko 500 years ago? No wonder Callan was so shaken up when she saw my face. It may not be my place to say, but you'd better keep an eye on your partner. Sure. You mean Ferryman? Don't get me wrong, I sense no ill intents from him. But that's what makes me so uncomfortable. Perhaps losing my shell has made it easier for me to see how strange he is. He has too heavy a soul. It's almost like there are multiple identical beings breathing inside him. Multiple identicals in the same body? I'll keep that in mind if I go to my... Well, it's almost time. Sneak inside through the courtyard behind the door. I'm loving all this lore. I'm so glad I actually get to see this stuff. Oh! Throw a grenade at me? Really convenient when you already know the map. Yay for reused assets. Oh, energy. To the castle. And I feel like this is going to be the beginning of the story, where we started off. Upgrade the path. Wait, out of 8. Okay. I thought it said 4. I was like, wow, this one's small. Crimson Ukyo. Time is up, Kasumi. What's your status? Oh, I feel like I've seen this before. No need to worry, Ferryman. Ambu, the stealth force that answers only to the Overseer. I thought it was nothing but hearsay, but now we're shadows serving the Overseer, that's all. Why ninjas? The Valkyries I know all follow the modern way of military training. Could it be because it's named Anbu? Cultural stereotype, perhaps. I may have underestimated the Master's twisted fetish. You speak too much, Ferryman. Your curiosity is killing you. Why not ask the Overseer in person after the mission? It's so weird having the same cutscene again. Remember your mission. You're simply a stepping stone in the Master's plan, and I'm just another pawn in his. Don't ask, don't tell. It's best for both of us. Enough chat for now. I don't think you reached me to discuss the Overseer's personal taste. Thank you for the advice, and do exercise caution in the mission. Is the path of Manusarun really kept in this mansion? That's what the intel says. Tonight's mission brings much more uncertainty. One misstep may put us in an impossible situation. Certainty? It's within my calculation, but still, it's hard for me to believe she'd really come in contact with the Oyabun. I was just informed that our old friend May was spotted going in and out of the mansion. Exactly as her plan. I can't see through it, and that makes me uncomfortable. But in another way, it's not all bad to pick up a lost lead. Anyway, take extra caution tonight. After all, we're dealing with a woman who has Evernight at her whim. She can't be harder to handle than Rakshima. The human mind put all evil spirits to shame. Just like before, I'll guide you this instant. That won't be necessary. Somehow I have a terrible hunch about it. Well, let's get to it then. Slightly different. Not much, but slightly different.
昼夜交替之际，正是吾辈行动之时。时间到了，可以玩。遵命，舰长。
Energy first.
危险总是不期而至。开始移动，可通灵。咆哮吧，雷雨丸！遵命，舰长。开始移动。遵命，舰长。
3 stone pill.
遵命，舰长。
God, I can't see shit. I'm assuming there was one in each little room area.
小伤而已。遵命，舰长。开始移动。虽然隐藏得很好，但的确能感受到杀意。
Totally a ninja thing to do. Let's break into somewhere and turn on the lights. Totally safe.
遵命，舰长。人发，雷神出身。
Oh hey, they walked up. Still one in the corner behind me.
开始移动。
Wonder if I have to do the puzzle again.
人发，雷神顺身。
Now I understand the puzzle better, at least. Pretty sure I'm supposed to dodge this.
人发， 雷神附身，
Wait.
开始移动。
Oh, it's the curved one. This one.
遵命
And
进
is
场。
there any more of that one? I don't think so. I'm assuming I can just go forward. Huh. I wonder if you could have gotten here in the beginning, or if you're supposed to fail in the
阳光越
beginning.
是强烈，阴影就越是浓重，
Oh boy, it's the sword.
不痛不痒。
Oh, is that how you get the frickin' that's how your character gets drugged? So that's why I was confused. I failed the puzzle multiple times and the game's just like, okay, we're just gonna take you to the cutscene now. You're too dumb to do this puzzle. Just skip. A trap? Trespassing like it's your own property. What do you expect? Who's speaking? Take your shoes off, little fox. I wonder if Shixel teaches any manners at all. A woman whose beauty is beyond any words. Even the dark garb was a vain effort to hold back any of her allure. She sat still with an effortless grace, sizing up the daring intruder as if reading an open book. You're the second person who has come uninvited since I took over the district. His voice. Are you a maniac or a moron? I was curious to find out, but you turned out to be something else entirely. Things are getting interesting tonight. Her lips curled into a gentle chuckle, and the whole world seemed to be lit up all of a sudden. Soul-reaping beauty. Kasumi heard local elders speaking of women like this while she was on a mission in Enza. They are curses with an angel's face. They break empires with a smile or frown. But this one is different, Kasumi soon realized. She gives off a familiar scent of shadows like Kasumi herself, and her smiling eyes are deep and dangerous as an ocean. When deadly beauties like her begin to choose their own way of living, they'd crack Pandora's box wide open. So you're Hanafuda Oyabun. Didn't expect Evernight to be run by an outlander. Oh, with the dosage you took in, you should be lying quietly. Chixel's puppets are tougher than I thought. What? Don't act surprised. Yaimachi is a far-flung town, but Evernight is a refuge that welcomes all. Every city has an underground world. I run this one, and it's my job to know the story of every stranger here. Damn it, my body is fighting me. You seem to be rather bent on breaking free, a noble effort, but in vain. Rest assured that it's no poison, just harmless anesthetic extracted from the local plants. Well, so much for self-introduction. Next. Hanafuda Oyabun dove down from the tower with swiftness and elegance of a fox. Her body was breaking loose from the brain, but the clarity in her mind only grew. She saw the woman approaching. Footsteps came to a stop. Now, let's talk about you and your little helper. Don't expect anything from me. Of course, after all, the night is still very, very young. Okay, and it's basically the same thing we did at the beginning, the tutorial. And I need 40 more, and I'm assuming doing this will give me 40. So, let's do this. Level it up.
接受皇女的裁决吧。出征！呀！现身吧，奥神！圣裁之雷！Hacker's time，目标锁定，发呀！
Oh, Oz is still out. Oh, he added a boss. Oh, there was an enemy in the corner. The camera went really weird there. Let's upgrade this. I might actually keep it to the ice resist for this boss, just because I feel like the ultimate evasion doesn't really help me that much. Especially when this boss is going to die in a few seconds, probably. How did you know my plan? How? Apparently we have a misunderstanding, dear ninja lady from Anbu. I did not know about your friendly visit tonight, but I did invite you into my house. What? You mean I was set up? Make a guess. And what makes you think you were set up rather than betrayed from the very beginning? Right, Ferryman has been awfully quiet once she showed up. I'm not sure how I was compromised, but I don't believe it's betrayal. Oh, reason? Instinct. You may find it funny, but trusting instincts is part of being an... And you seem to take an unusual... interest in my partner, which makes me wonder. Interesting. You've only... Ooh. Am I losing any frames? Doesn't look like it. The game is just randomly freezing up. Interesting. You've only worked together for a few days, and I thought mutual trust was possible. Looks like you have a much stronger bond with the man. Bond. A killer with a noble heart. You're a very rare breed. I guess she is right. The Far East is not as boring as I imagined, after all. She? Your old friend May, of course. I had to applaud her courage when this wanted lady walked up to my door and asked to make a deal with me. And what deal is it? Relax, little fox. I introduced a black market dealer to her, and that's it. The girl is a genius, but seems to have lost her mind long, long ago. The lifelong pursuit of her poor father was fulfilled by her in such a desperate move. Oh, the irony. What are you talking about? Oh, so you're still kept from the truth of the lab accident. The accident was caused by a test golem that lost control. And rather than the Naraka rune, it was another Zakti rune loaded on the golem that caused them. The rampant golem tore everything on the proving ground to pieces, and as a result, it came to self-awareness. I see. This shell is overloaded. That's what the broken golem said in the Naraka rune's base. And May came to you looking for black market parts to build a new body for the golem. Very impressive reasoning. It's not from me. It's my partner that's been supporting me in the shadow. Why you can still move? No, it's not possible. The narcosis won't wear down this quickly. It can only be... Your partner applied my rune on you? Now, Kasumi. Time to roar, Regokuma. Okay. Time to beat up... Wait, that's the wrong model. I was assuming this was going to be the ice version of this boss. If this is the physical one, I'm going to be sad. Oh, insufficient stamina. More reason for this to be the last one. I'll have to keep in mind I need a lot of stamina for the next stream, though.
昼夜交替之际，正是吾辈行动之时。找不出破绽，
That's the physical one. Why is it... Maybe it's gonna have some ice mechanics going on too? I want this skin so bad. Impressive, little fox. You've earned some respect for yourself. Guess I'll have to treat you more seriously. Oh, she does go the ice version. I'm curious to see if the shadow of Shixel would dissipate under this beautiful moonlight. Me too strong for you. Or more like the fight was probably nerfed, but you know. It's evil because this is making me want to build Kasumi, but I already have a lightning DPS. I don't need another one. Too much resources. She ran away. You used your rune, there's nowhere for her to run. But my rune was snitched by some petty burglar. You could have given me a notice so I can welcome you in person, Colin. Or should I say Sixth Serenade? You know I have only until sunset. She's still anesthetized, so the reason she can move is indeed the Manusa rune. Right, I thought I was the hunter today, but it turned out I was played by the fox. Her partner did not only find the rune, but also applied the rune on her, so she could fight and flee. I kind of feel like it's not the same time this has happened in your mansion. True, last time it was 6 volumes of Raksha Rage Ninja Arts. Slipping from your fingers 2 times in a row, no wonder you got curious about her partner. But it's almost like charity giving away like that. Oh, it's meant to. Handing them to Kasumi is part of my mission. Huh. No, the anesthetic is kicking in again. I feel passed out. Must be the rune's side effect. Didn't think I'd sneak into this the second time. That girl is not an easy one to deal with, no matter what her role is. I should take her away now, before someone finds me. Half a year ago, Hanafudo Oyabun came up from nowhere and dominated the Yae underworld evernight. Ferryman believed she had the Manusya rune that enabled her to subdue anyone with simple voice commands. Find out, Kasumi infiltrated her mansion only to be trapped and drugged by the well-prepared enemy. Ferryman acted one step ahead, found the Manusya rune, and used its power to help Kasumi escape successfully. But the fact that Hanafuda Oyabun and Mei made contact further complicated the matter. The lead of the Naraka rune pointed Kasumi in a new direction with more unpredictability. Path of Asura. Did it automatically start Asura? No, it just gave the trailer for it. I'm gonna say, sheesh. Don't force me to do it. I do think story-wise that's probably a good way. Anyone tell me, Hoyo, that they're naming Japanese characters? I mean, I think that's more of a title than a name, but because Rita isn't supposed to be Japanese, but yeah, I don't know. We'll have to figure out what all's going on in the story. But before I finish, I do want to at least try these. Oh, they're expensive though. Need to give myself... I do not have much. Let's give myself 12 so I can try this one at least. Has to be just her. Let's try and see how interesting these extra fights are. Whoa, lag. Please stop that. Whoa. I forgot there was multiple. Ah, you... It's... I am disappointed. To be fair, this one might have been easy because I did it late. Like, I've already done 2 more zones, so I'm leveled further. But that was really disappointing. Also, I should probably switch this skill now. It's technically the better skill. But I guess these are mostly just for currency? I will use a single potion just so I can do the other 2. And that'll be the last thing I do. I am really disappointed with how easy these are turning out, though. Ah. What? What happened to my finisher? These fights don't even last long enough for me to get my ult. That one was harder though, I will give that. That one was a little harder. Makes me worry about turning off the ice thing. I might want that back. But there's another one done. Also, why do these marks not follow the map? It's so weird. Okay. Probably the one that's actually gonna hurt, but we'll see. Ah, let me do attacks beforehand. Rita, phase 1. My character talking. Oh yay! Karma stun. Okay, now this is the one that's actually a boss. But this one I'll actually have my ult for. Still not hard. Still not hard. That might be a little hard for someone who doesn't know how to use this character well, but I know all this character's combos, so... That was kind of a joke. Oh well. Hopefully the last one. I'm actually not sure if Jizo or Kallen is last. I think it's Jizo because it gives 2. But we'll see how that one is. But yeah, it's been what, almost 2.5 hours? Jeez, the next stream is probably gonna be like 3 hours then. I'll have to keep that in mind. Maybe start a little earlier. But Thank you everyone who stopped by, everyone who was watching. Thanks for all the jokes and chatting. Makes this stuff easier. I am melting right now. It's been super hot here. We got a heat wave right after we turned off our air conditioning, so not been the nicest week. But yeah. Thanks everyone for watching. Love you guys. If you do want to see more, I do have my Twitter and Discord down below that you can follow me in. I do announce every stream in them. And I will probably be back tomorrow, not with this. Tomorrow or Wednesday, I'm not sure yet. I'm going to be doing the Genshin story for Kokomi. I still haven't done her quest. And then probably sometime at the end of this week, maybe Friday, I'll be finishing this. So hope to see you then. Thanks again, love you guys. Ah.